Okay, move down here now.
So this part of the area is closed.
Okay.
But just to let you know, just can't do any filming in the city.
Oh no, I'm just filming myself. That's fine. Like, look, you can see. I was just filming myself.
It does have a like stores background as well.
Oh, got it. Yes, I'm not doing anything negative, but totally right. All good.
Yeah.
All good.
Sorry about that.
All good. All good,
Yeah.
mate. Is it mall's shut in a couple of minutes?
5:30. 6 minutes
Perfect.
ago.
Perfect. Lovely. Thanks, guys. Thanks. And there we have it. When I was a kid, my family didn't have lots and lots of money. We were just a pretty sort of average family. There were 4 kids in my family, and when I was a teenager, I happened to make friends when I was in high school with some kids who their families had quite a bit of money, and they lived like in this sort of beachy kind of area that was a lot more expensive. And I just remember at the time sort of being quite, I just really noticed that, yeah, like there's really a difference between, you know, the sorts of things that I could afford to do and the sorts of things I guess that they could afford to do. Fast forward a lot of years, and I was disestablished from a job just over a year ago. It's the first time I've been disestablished from a job. And all the thoughts and feelings I had about, you know, fear of being rejected just came flooding back, because I'd been trying to get out of my operations sort of job, and now I was working in an office. I just thought that the people who worked there, I don't know, they were kind of like the cool kids, because they were like real estate agents and, just the hair, the makeup, the little suits, power suits. And yeah, I don't know, like just all those thoughts sort of came back about just being rejected again and not being good enough. Specifically, I want to talk about fear of judgment starting a YouTube channel when you're over 40. What are we scared of? Well, we're scared of what are people going to say. We are scared of not being able to, pull it off, not being able to sort of do all the technical stuff about it. We are scared that no one's going to like our channel. Whole bunch of stuff to sort of like, get into our heads about and worry about, who do you think you are? Honestly, we're looking at ourselves like quite in depth a lot when you're editing videos. When you start on a YouTube channel, what are you doing? You are making videos and you're editing videos. And the other thing too about having a YouTube channel is that sometimes you'll be filming in public. And it's not, it's something to get over, filming in public. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's funny, isn't it, how we don't really give, 2 extra thoughts to people that we walk past in a shopping mall or something, but suddenly if you've got, if you're filming or something, it suddenly becomes like, I don't know, just the stakes are a lot higher. And it can be scary. But you do have to put yourself out there and share your opinions as well. And fear of judgment is there. What are you going to do if people don't agree with you? And if you don't really have a lot to say, and if you're not like really just, staking your claim, you believe in something, you're going to say it, then that might make for your channel being bland if you, don't actually put your opinions out there. So we are encouraged that if we've got something to say, as long as it's not like offending people and it's not morally bad, you also have to show yourself doing different things and being vulnerable. And it's not easy. First of all, it's not easy being vulnerable at the best of times anyway, but being vulnerable on camera when there's a permanent record there only is permanent as, until the day that you decide to delete it, because like nothing has to be permanent on YouTube, but yeah, you are being vulnerable. The thing to remember with that is sometimes it's that vulnerability that can be appealing as opposed to make people want to reject you. Most people have got good hearts, They're not going to reject people just because, oh, they were a little bit scared to, learn to drive for the first time or get a, heavy trade license or something like that. Whatever it is that you're doing for the first time. And of course, YouTube is constantly saying how we should be authentic. So if we're being authentic, we're being honest about our thoughts and our feelings and our fears. And yeah, so that can be hard. That can make us be worried about the whole judgment thing. One of the things that I worry about with fear of judgment is I like to eat. And look, here I do. I just find myself at like a food court, okay? I just naturally gravitate to the food court. I like to eat, and that does mean that sometimes I put on weight. I can fluctuate a few kilos here and there, if both here and there mean up on the scale as opposed to going up and down. I tend to mainly go up. So when I do put on weight, and I don't want a video. I don't want to make videos when I put on some weight because my face looks quite puffy and, I'm just feeling a little bit hot and sweaty and uncomfortable and I just don't feel good. So that's one of my things that I'm definitely fearful of judgment, that I'm, making videos where I'm just not looking, I don't know, and to be honest, I don't believe people are actually noticing. Can you notice a few kilos on someone? Maybe. I don't think I'm noticing a few kilos on other people, but it is something that I have still just forced myself to record videos if I'm in that unfortunate situation that I've just eaten my way into. But yeah, that is one of my things that I struggle with. And you could think that, well, if you've got some really strong goals about YouTube, then just don't eat all of those muffins. And then you'll feel really good making your videos. I know, all of these things. But then I eat the muffins. And yeah. But just to say, I get it. I get the fear of judgment thing, but I still make the videos. And I do have a video on this channel, and it's the only video that I've left a thumbnail without my face in it, because when I've gone back to change up quite a few thumbnails, I found some photos I'd taken from around that time, and I've got a bit more weight than I've got on now. I'm probably my normal-ish kind of weight right now, but I just couldn't bear myself to put my little fat face on the thumbnail. But I still recorded the video, and I did a few videos earlier on when I had some extra kilos on. So that is something. I did get over my fear of whatever it was that I was thinking. Right, the illusion of judgment. Everyone has insecurities, and what I'm really trying to say here too is that, of course, I realise that people don't judge other people. Like, they are just so busy in their own heads that they are thinking about all their stuff, the thing that they've just done, the thing that they're currently doing, the thing that they're going to do next. And they're not thinking about, does Karen look just a little bit more porky around the chops today? No, they're not. So I really work hard to remember that. Everyone has got insecurities, because insecurities, the feeling of insecurity, is quite a universal experience. But it's just how much do you let that run your life and run your decision making. Honestly, I know that for me, I'm walking around thinking about me. I'm not looking to see if someone's got, a pimple here or a pimple there, or whether their shirt is ironed. Actually, I might notice with my daughter if her shirt is ironed. But apparently it's a look and she's owning it, she said. So, yeah, just at home, I'm noticing the ironed or not ironed shirt. But when I go out of the house, just not thinking about any of that. Which brings me to confidence. Confidence isn't a personality trait. It's not about being extroverted or introverted. It's not about the age that you are. And I think sometimes people who talk the most, for example, they could be seen to be confident, but sometimes I think that the people who talk the most might be the least confident. Like, why are they talking non-stop? And yeah, I tend to think that people who are just sort of quiet and self-contained within themselves and they don't need to always be the centre of attention, to me, they've got a real inner, strong confidence. And I really admire that, particularly as a very chatty person myself. So that's the other thing. Like, I don't know, I've had to look at why sometimes I'm really, really chatty. So, yeah. Ask yourself, what is the worst thing that can happen if I do this thing? Is it that someone could think something? Here's the next question. Do you really care if someone thinks something? Yeah. Most of the time it's something really inconsequential, like what's the worst that could happen. It's like public speaking, and people are so fearful of public speaking. It doesn't kill you. You won't die. Will someone criticise you? Will they call you a try-hard? Well, to that I'd say, I'd rather be a try-hard than a try-easy. What's try-easy? Try-easy could be getting through a Netflix box series on a weekend. That's an achievement. Was it a hard achievement? No, it wasn't a hard achievement. Starting a YouTube channel. Is that a big achievement? Is that something that's hard? Yeah, it is a big achievement and it is something that's hard. So they call you a try-hard. Honestly, that's fine. Next, move on. If someone rejects you, the main thing is that you don't reject yourself. It's like, I don't know, life, I think, in some ways is still like high school. The people that we come across, we're not going to, know those people on a daily basis for the rest of our lives. Like think about all the people that we come across in life. They are not going to be influential people in your life, and at the end of your life, when you're thinking about like who really made a difference and who was important to you and who you really, really valued, I don't think it's going to be like every person who rejected you and thought that you were just a bit too cocky or big for your boots. Starting a YouTube channel. Woo! Starting a YouTube channel. Look at your age. Think you're a bit too old for that? A bit too old and ugly? Well, I might be old and ugly, but you know what? I don't want to be old, ugly and poor later on. So good luck with that, pal. Good luck. Embracing vulnerability. So I don't think that I'm like really amazing at embracing vulnerability, but I do have a sense of humour. And one of the things that I do quite like to do is laugh at myself, because that's funny. Like if you've done something a bit ridiculous or you've made a mistake or whatever, if there's some humour to be had in it, then all is not lost. Okay, then, I don't know, was the mistake worth it? Well, we wouldn't go that far, especially if it's at work. Work is serious, deadly serious. We don't want to make mistakes at work because that would not be good. But, yeah, after being at one company for about 15 years, I did lots and lots of different jobs with that company. And then I left that company, and after that I had 2 jobs that went for about 6 months each. And then I had a temping job that went for 6 months. And now I think I'm like 3/4 of a year through my next job. So I've really had like one company, like several jobs, one company for 15 years, all good. Then 6 months disestablish. Then I did some temping and now I'm at a new job. So in terms of being vulnerable, I'm very comfortable with just putting it out there, what I don't know or that I've made a mistake. So I think I'm always generally like that because I just am not hung up on, if I've made a mistake or anything like that. It's like someone once said to me when I was new at one of these other jobs, they said, look, Karen, if you make a mistake, just slap it out on the table, just get it out there, just put it out there, fast. And I'm like, yeah, she was an Irish girl, and I really like that. I think it's like a really good motto to live by. Make a mistake, just own up to it, slap it out on the table fast. Okay. The other thing too is that because I've been in operational jobs for a number of years, I am very, very comfortable having to make decisions with less than the amount of information that I would like to have. And yeah, I think the more times you do things like that, if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, think about what you've done in your job that's been a bit freaky and how actually the world didn't end if you made, a decision that could have been better. So I think that I'm a little bit punch drunk on that whole kind of front. Like some people at work, can be scared to make decisions. And I'm just like, oh, okay, what's it all look like? What could happen if we do this? What could happen if we do that? Okay, blip, blip, blip. Right, okay, let's do that. And I'm just happy to own that situation. So I would suggest looking at what you do in your job and the decision making that you have to do and just use that to give you some action orientation to, do the next thing, whether that's starting YouTube or doing something else. Learning from criticism. Definitely it's important to learn from criticism, but, be a friend to yourself as well. And like there's always plenty of, could have been better. But I think it's important to think about, well, actually, here's some things that you did do good. So, yeah. And of course, there's the whole thing about social media, and if you're putting yourself out there, and what about if you're going to get some negative stuff back? I say you're the one out there just swinging away, making all the hard calls about stuff. And, what do I call it? Sally Pants on a Tuesday night, making some criticisms about you and your decision to do something. It's like, Sally Pants can just keep on being Sally Pants and you're just going to keep on being you. And, like, honestly, who cares? Like, literally, who gives a fuck? That's it. So, if you've been thinking about YouTube for some time and you want to pull the trigger on it, okay, do it. Just do it. When people say that they are scared of starting a YouTube channel, I think to myself, I'd be more scared not starting a YouTube channel. Like, that's how strongly I feel about if you want to start a YouTube channel, you should start a YouTube channel, because what's the worst that could happen? Kind of nothing. Okay, let's think about the worst that could happen. The worst that could happen would be, okay, no one watches your video. All right, what did you learn from that? Make another video. Just go again. Okay, 2 people watch your video, 3 people watch your video. Where do you think everyone has to start on YouTube? Everyone starts with no views. Everyone starts with making their first video and just learning all the stuff. Okay, move down here now.
So this part of the area is closed.
Okay.
But just to let you know, just can't do any filming in the city.
Oh no, I'm just filming myself. That's fine. Like, look, you can see. I was just filming myself.
It does have a like stores background as well.
Oh, got it. So I'm not doing anything negative, but totally right. All good. All
Sorry
good.
about that.
All good. All good,
Yeah.
mate. Is it mall's shut in a couple of minutes?
5:30. 6
Perfect.
minutes ago.
Perfect. Lovely. Thanks, guys. Thanks. And there we have it. Am I dead inside? Did I explode into a ball of dust? I did not. I'm still here, and we are exiting the mall because the mall is closed. But yeah, that happens. You get told that you shouldn't be filming in these places. And yeah, I wasn't filming anyone else. But yeah, I hope that there was a few things in there that will help you to get over your fear of judgment. Because honestly, we're all judging ourselves ongoing so much anyway. And why are we worried about, someone out there, like outside of this, judging us when I think that we do a more than decent job of judging ourselves. So yeah, if you want to start that YouTube channel, start the YouTube channel. What's the worst that could happen? Well, I'm going to tell you. Most people stop making YouTube videos because it's a long game. Forget about what you have been saying about YouTube being on easy mode or anything like that, because I don't think it's been on easy mode. And if you think it's been on easy mode, then that's cool. And I hope that comes true for you and you get some really, really quick wins and lots of traction on your channel. But it's a long game. You're going to have to make a lot of videos. I've already been told that, in the over 40 niche, it's a bit oversaturated, and I'm going to need to make at least 100 videos. So I'm making at least 100 videos. I haven't made even 20 yet. So yeah, I've still got a wee ways to go, and I'm going to reassess at 100, but I know that at 100 videos, I will be just, making my 101st video pretty quickly after that. Yeah, I'm not quitting, and I hope that you don't quit either. So, have you got a channel already? Let me know in the comments, like how long, have you been going? But just, thank you for watching this video. And actually, I do need to get a thumbnail. I'm gonna need to get a thumbnail. Right. God. All right. Okay. Gotta go because look at this. The mall is clearing out, and I did just get told to kind of like scoot my little toot. So yeah. Bye.